Well, hello, social media landscape. It is your boy, Aaron. Anyway, oh my gosh, with all of the pretense and all of the ridiculousness of the ya boy, hey, and I know that the lighting is crazy because this light is shining on me, and it's almost like it's Gwen Stefani lighting, and we love Gwen Stefani, and I actually loved her most recent album that came out a couple of years ago. Anyway, but it is kind of Gwen Stefani lighting. I'm glowing. I'm glowing. Anyway, I wanted to offer you all. This is for my MS people. People with fellow people with the MS diagnosis. Don't give up. Why? Well, one, if you. This goes back to my Planet Fitness personal trainer guy who was like, people with the MS diagnosis, his experience with people with the MS diagnosis is that people with the MS diagnosis are fine if they don't give up on themselves. Sometimes it's so hard not to give up on yourself, but we can't give up on ourselves. With that being said, I went to at my church, they had this session for as like a career session, and I was like, I feel so lost sometimes because, and I can be honest with you all, so I make X amount of dollars, and I used to make more than my friends, and it's not like it's not like I do what I do for the money. I don't. I enjoy what I do genuinely. I feel like I stopped progressing in my career after the MS diagnosis, and I've been holding steady, and yet to cross this particular barrier or this particular level that I had crossed a few years ago, and then I did a switch and took a huge pay cut and blah blah blah, and haven't been able to get back. Whatever. I enjoy what I do. Suffice it to say. But my friends, like I went out with one of my other friends a couple of weeks ago at this point, and he wasn't bragging to me, but I just asked because I was like, oh my gosh, like it seems like you really financially have it together. Like, how much do you make? And he was like, just about 6 figures. And I'm like, get the out of town. And I know one of my other friends, he's definitely making 6 figures. And here I am holding low and steady at what I'm making. I'm not complaining. I rent a basement in a house, but I'm not complaining. I can pay my bills. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. So I was like, I haven't progressed in my career since the MS diagnosis. I used to have a plan for what I wanted to do. I wanted to do what I'm doing now and work my way into becoming a trainer and travel the country being a trainer, or travel parts of. Anyway, I wanted to work my way into being a trainer. Then I would do that for a while, and then I wanted to work my way into going into some sort of education. Okay? Education in my field. And I explained that to the guy who was teaching the class, and I said, but I can't see myself being a trainer because I sometimes, and I'm just being honest about this, sometimes if it's a really hot day, I will have difficulty. Like, I work from home, but every now and then I go into the office. And if it's a really hot day, I will have difficulty getting from the car to the office door. So as far as being a trainer, I'm like, I could see negatively things like getting to the office where I'm going to teach the class and having difficulty getting to the front door, and then like they say, okay, well, the classroom is way back there, so just go way back there. And I'm like, I can't do it. So that's why I just stopped looking into it. And what he said to me, and I might do this video over again, I don't know. But what he said to me, which was a really good point, because I've always been so opposed to walking aid devices in spite of my falls. I've had some falls. I fell just, oh my gosh, just yesterday. I was crossing the street, not yesterday, but a few days ago. I was crossing the street with my dog, and I literally, like, a car was speeding up the street. So I was like, oh, let me hurry up and get away from this car. And I fell smack in the middle of the street. And I had to roll back to the sidewalk and like yank my dog out of the street. I'm glad she's very lightweight. She's she is a poodle. She's a toy poodle named Puddles. Anyway, but I had to yank her back to the sidewalk, and I was like, get out of the street, you know. And fortunately, she's so good. Whenever I've like had a trip or a fall with her, like she literally stops to circle me to make sure that I'm okay. I love my baby girl. She's my baby. You my baby girl, Puddles. Oh my gosh, she's coming. I'm gonna put her in the video since she came. My baby girl, Puddles. I love you. That's my baby girl. Okay, anyway, so in spite of things like that, I don't like walking aid devices because the way I see it, when it comes to devices like that, it's not you working. And people can disagree with me, and I'm sorry, and maybe I'm just being pig-headed, I don't know. But the way that I see it, it's like the walking aid doesn't help you become better. It just helps you walk a little bit better as you become more and more dependent on it, so then you need it all the time. So that's why I'm just not a big fan of such things. Anyway, but what he said in this meeting, he was like, don't be afraid to get a walking aid or like a scooter or something just for work. And he was like, I used to be a cop, and when I was on duty, I would have my guns. But when I was off duty, I would take the guns off and I wouldn't have my guns. So what he was saying for me, he's like, when you're on duty, when you're at work, you can use such devices. And when you're not working, make sure that you do not use such devices, and that you still go to the gym, and that you still eat healthily and all that stuff that you normally do, but only for work use that device. And then when you're not working, just like I take my guns off, stop using that device. And I'm like, I never thought about it that way. I hope this helps somebody. I'm gonna edit this video. But I really hope it helps somebody, because it really helped me. And it gave me motivation to try to do what I can again. Because honestly, and this is me just being honest, I was really like, and that's part of the reason that I moved into this basement, because I was like, if I lose this job, I'm not going to be able to work somewhere else, because not every, like, most jobs won't let you start off working from home. So I would have to commute, and I don't know if I could do that. And I would have to end up on disability. And could I afford my previous apartment on disability? So I said, oh no. So that's why I moved out of that apartment. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody. I hope it does. You know, I feel renewed. I feel like I can go even farther in my career, and not only helping myself, but trying to help others as well. And again, it's not all about the money. It's about career satisfaction. It's about life satisfaction. That's what it's about. My eyes got really big. I have a haircut. Thank you. Anyway, all right. And I have a man. But that's another story. Talk to y'all later, YouTube. Peace. Be blessed.